Chad, I'm getting old. Who's Becky? You don't know who Becky is? You don't know who Becky is? Oh, fruit. Oh, my sweet summer child. Oh, my. Becky is my beloved. You guys don't... Oh, my gosh, guys. Guys. This is so sad. Let me launch the game. And you will see who Becky is. What did you join in on? They don't know who Becky is. Oh. Okay. Let's turn off the neon chat. Turn off of this. Turn on the persona chat. And boom. Here we go, chat. It's time for some Persona 5. Let's go. Ba-da, 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 ba. Ba-da, 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 ba. Da-da-da-da, da-da. Your flag, your alibi, can you hide behind claiming might is right? Raise your fist to the sky while below your boots. Call me and then die, colors fly. Down by the by, real memories of memorials fade to your own conviction. Do them say. So choose your colors to live by. World with colors flying high. You know that if you stay true, oh man, the music in this game is just absolute fire, chat. Bada bada. So chat, we're going to be playing this game for a couple of hours, and then afterwards we're going to switch to some Street Fighter. But for now, let's get back in the game. When we last left off, our boy Yusuke moved in with us. Look at this. Look at our boy. But for now, we must prepare for the next operation, chat. Now, what's up, Yusuke?
Hey.
If you sit there, then where will I... Oh, okay.
Did something happen?
Aren't you going to sleep yet? I'm fine. I sleep in my studio on occasion, so this is luxurious in comparison. Wait, but then we can't call Becky over.
Let's turn in for the night.
Oh man, gotta go sleep. All right, we had a big party anyway. You needn't worry about breakfast with me tomorrow. I'll be fine with some grilled fish and miso soup. That's not something most people have. You missed so much last time. You missed a lot outside, but it's fine. Ooh, are we going to prison? Are we going to prison? Oh, heck yeah. Yo, what's up, Bubba Girl? Oh, Bubba Girl, Justine.
The prisoner has returned.
Hi, Justine.
You're in the presence of our master. Stand up
Shut up.
straight.
Shut up, Caroline.
The bonds that you have reeled in are quite intriguing. In other words,
I love Igor.
they all have been unfairly labeled by society and are standing up against such fates. Have you noticed? They seem to have influenced you.
How so?
These picaresque
By the way, chat, is anyone
dissidents
excited
of
for the Persona
society
3?
Deepen your bonds with them.
Is anybody else excited for the Persona 3
Those will
remake?
become the strength behind your rehabilitation. I shall grant you an ability befitting of your newfound growth. Consider it a gift.
Oh, thank you, Igor.
May you continue devoting yourself to further rehabilitation.
Yeah, they're doing a remake of Persona 3, which is very exciting. The Prison Master. Oh, is the Fool? Confidant Prison Master. Increase your Persona stock to 10 slots. Oh, heck yeah.
It's almost time.
You didn't like Persona 3? I don't know what Persona 3 is about at all. And I don't know how much the remake... I don't know if they're changing things or not. But I'm very curious. Ooh, look at that. The poll is going up. We're up to 19%.
You're Sai-san's younger sister, correct?
Wait, he's in our school?
May I talk to you for a moment?
What's up,
Is it
Akechi?
about the Phantom Thieves, Akechi-kun?
You're quite perceptive. I was wondering if there were any points in common between Kamoshida's and Madarame's cases.
There was,
There have
indeed.
been victims, after all.
Yo, he's
The
closing in
Phantom
on us,
Thieves
chat.
need to be
You criticize the Phantom Thieves, yet you don't doubt their actual existence.
Oh, you saw that show on TV.
Man, Makoto is... She's actually really hot, chat.
Common sense can get in the way at times when pursuing the truth.
I love
Many details become
girls with
logical if
high
they think
like
on the
sleeve
premise
t-shirts
that they
is a
do
yes for me,
exist.
chat.
Is this because my sister told you to do so?
Because it takes a lot of
It was
confidence
just
to
a
do.
coincidence.
Because having a high
Why do
t-shirt
I
can
get
make
the
your
feeling
arms
that
look
you're
big.
enjoying this?
Yeah, what's up, WLD? How
may
you
be
doing?
right.
Huh?
Phantom thieves that use calling cards and succeed in their crime. As the so-called charismatic detective, it'd be hard for me not to
Charismatic
see them as
detective is
my
what they called me
rivals.
back in high school.
You have such high self-esteem. So the Phantom Thieves are evil and you are just?
Compared to people who manipulate others' hearts as they see fit, I believe I'm on the side of justice.
I mean, I can
Besides,
understand
I'm only
him.
using my natural-born talents for the sake of serving the world. Don't you think the same about yourself, too? Oh, that's surprising. So you're just the good girl type of pushover.
Damn, bro.
Oh, looks like... See you later. Give Sai-san my
Wait, why
regards.
is he in their school? Is he...
Why does everyone get on my case?
Poor girl. Come here. I need to give her a hug.
It's such a delight to enjoy coffee of this quality.
You could stay until you find a place, you know. I can't promise it'd be comfortable.
Aw, Shojiro likes
Thank you,
him.
But I'll return to the dorms. I realized something after talking with everyone last night.
What?
Perhaps it's due to my upbringing, but I don't know anything of the world, let alone other people.
Oh,
if
man.
I'm to depict people in my art, I need to learn more about them. I must interact with them more. I'll return to the dorms and start over by talking with the people closest to me.
Chat, all of that work for nothing. Damn. Oh, yeah, let me move myself out of the way of the date. What's up? Well, I'm about to celebrate my 2-year anniversary. It's going to be on Wednesday. Isn't that exciting?
I see. Good on you for realizing that yourself.
There's no need to exaggerate. May I come again sometime to enjoy your coffee?
My doors are always open.
Oh, Sojiro.
He's been through a lot, too, from what I've heard. Are you related to him?
Huh? Oh, how would I describe it? We're just acquaintances, not family or anything.
I may be overstepping my bounds, but why did you decide to take him in?
Yeah, that's actually,
My
I'm
reason,
curious.
huh?
Why did you decide to?
Probably because
Aww.
he reminds me of my old self.
Oh, Chad, that's so cute.
That's all?
You know how it is. Sympathy
Chad,
makes
that's
you do
so
stupid things.
cute.
Your art instructor, he must have felt something for you too. Besides just stealing your talents.
Truth be told, I cannot hate him from the depths of my heart.
Oh, but he killed your mother. I mean, I get it, but he did kill your mother. Yo, what's up, Lee?
I should probably get going.
Hey, you sure about this? The
Hey,
painting.
yo, what?
It'd be a waste. To
He's
keep
giving us the
here.
Sayuri?
Even if I kept it at the dorms, it'd only be met with skepticism. I doubt it would want that. Adding a hint of color to an otherwise ordinary day. I'm sure my mother would.
That's the original Sayuri. And he's just giving it to Shojiro? Or
I
Sojiro?
see. I'll hold on to it for you then.
Thank you for the call.
That art is worth a lot of money.
I'll come again.
Hey,
I know, man just gave him the Sayuri. You're finally, where's, I'm hungry. The first thing you have to say to me, you guys sure do eat a lot. That reminds me, I haven't seen Yusuke around. Maybe already went downstairs?
You up?
You know it's finally past noon. That kid ended up going back to his dorms. He left his painting before he took off, though, supposedly to thank us for thanking him. The Sayuri? It's rare to see a kid acting so grateful these days, and this painting is amazing. Not only is the mother stunning, but the expression on her face. The regulars will probably freak out when they see it here. Still, I feel like I've seen it somewhere. It's a bit different from how I remember, though.
Hey,
Well, if you're up for the day, go and get dressed. I opened up the shop hours ago, so take the cat out somewhere. Alright. I am a shapeshifter. Thank you again for letting me stay the night. Apologies for leaving so quietly, but your rest seems so peaceful. After a great deal of inner struggle, I have decided to return to the dormitories. Furthermore, I have entrusted the Sayuri to your protector, Sojiro. The painting should no longer exist in reality, but it is truly what my mother painted. I am simply satisfied that we were able to obtain it. And it was all because of you guys. I cannot thank you enough. P.S. I still believe porridge is the best way to end a hot pot. Yo, chat, has any of you guys ever had a hot pot? Can anybody vouch for this? Porridge after hot pot. Yay or nay? Oh, I saw a ghost orb.
hey.
So Yusuke went home, huh? Oh well, I guess that's the best. PPP. Yo, I just checked on the fan site. There's some kind of thread on there looking for information about burglars using the Phantom Thieves name. Sounds pretty lame to me. Oh, I saw it too. They target restaurants, right? I actually found a really interesting post on there. My brother suddenly started acting violent towards everyone. I might end up getting killed at this rate. I wonder if it's because he got caught up with all those weird people in Shibuya. You think he means those burglars when he talking about the weird people? It may be too soon to assume that. The post said he started spending a bunch of money lately too. Isn't that kind of suspicious? I wonder how many burglar groups there even are in Shibuya. Damn, these things are really starting to get serious. Let's look into it. I thought you'd say that. And how exactly are we going to go about investigating? We'll go to Shibuya in the middle of the night and catch them all red-handed. No way, the police would totally nab us if we're out that late. Plus, it would be bad if the chief knew we were going out in the middle of the night. Nah, ain't that the truth. Well, if they target restaurants... Aha! What if we drew them to LeBlanc? A what? There's no way who would go over to the shop like this. Wouldn't that cause a lot of trouble for him? LeBlanc targeted seems like a viable plan to me. Let's do it. Why not? Never porridge? You've never had porridge? Wait, Hot Pockets? What's a Hot Pocket? Cut it out. You'd get kicked out of LeBlanc if we failed. I suppose if I left this I suppose I left the Sayuri there as well. I'd forgotten. How'd you forget something so important? Either way, I don't really want any more thieves. I don't really want more thieves to be posting about us in the future. I wish there was someone we could make an example of the ones. At the moment, we lack info. That means we'll just have to wait. We can continue searching for more information wherever possible, though. Yeah. I'm gonna start looking for stuff, too. Whew, that was a lot of reading. Oh, who do we choose? I'm gonna go with Doctor. Have you had any side effects since I'm passed out at all? I'd like to check you out in that case. I don't have any parents, Wait, patients. I just said parents. Yeah, let's go. Okay, I'll be waiting. Yeah, we're going to the goth doctor. What's up, baby girl? A patient asked me if I had a recommendation for a pair of reading glasses. I'm not an optician. You came this because you just saw my message, right? Yeah. I made some more refinements to the medicine. Could you come in? Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, let's hang out with her.
Well,
Why the heck
then.
not? In that case, let's go to the exam. So this is the Takemi Medical Clinic of Internal Medicine. I'm glad it's still open. Sorry, I have a child I need to have exam. Looks like I have a patient with an emergency. I thought we did this one already.
And?
We did this one already. Wait, what? We definitely did this one already, chat. I'm skipping through because for some reason we've done this. I wonder, did we forget this save at some point?
All right.
I feel like we've done all this. Like the momentous run. Punish me more.
Ah, you're back.
Game over? About Akechi-kun, how do you feel? That high school detective. Remember, wait, what did I lose somehow? You'd have to shut up. Wait, what? We died? Should I change another perhaps? Definitely. We did mention the police are starting to normalize. Either way, I don't think we should leave Akechi-kun be. This is the perfect time to meet and discuss what strategy we should have going forward. Let's gather in the hideout tomorrow. Can we call baby girl Becky?
Oh,
Yeah! What's up, baby girl? Oh, it's you. I work on Friday and Saturday evenings. You should request me then. When we're gonna do this. So Fridays and Saturdays is when we need to contact her. Cool. Okay. Let's see where else we can go. What else do we need to improve, actually?
hey,
What do I think? I need knowledge. Why not date them all? Apparently there's consequences. So knowledge. I guess I could study. I'll study here.
Now,
what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's study.
make sure your
Yo,
clothes up.
Garcico, what's up? How you doing?
Wow.
Come on, rank up. Damn it. So she only works on Fridays and Saturdays. Remember that, chat. Fridays and Saturdays are only for dating our baby girl, all right?
Hi.
Fancy seeing you here. Oh, right. I guess Shunshin was in this direction too. Still, I wouldn't have expected to run into you at this time. Perhaps it really is fate. How are you doing? I'm sleepy.
Huh?
Did you stay up too late? Are you all right? I do like that response. It's honest, and it keeps the conversation from dragging. Yo, Akechi understands. She understands the... See, chat, take notes. Take notes. That is exactly why I said it. If you want to talk to someone, give them an honest answer, and what's it called? Make sure it's something that they can ask more about. If you just say, I'm good, that ends the conversation. It's a vague answer. It sounds like you're hiding something, and it sounds like you don't want to talk. If you want people to keep talking to you, give them a reason to keep talking to you. Give them an answer that's straight to the point, and that basically forces them to ask another question. Man, I like Akechi. I've been getting interviewed a lot lately, so I've been wondering how to answer such questions. I suppose it's best to simply be yourself and say what you think. You've given me much time to consider. If it isn't too much trouble, make speak with you again sometime. Yeah, of course, bro. Of course, bro. Hey, I heard from one of the upperclassmen, but apparently there's some kind of weirdo in Kichijoji. Even at a glance, you can supposedly tell right away these bad news. You live there, are you okay? Oh, you mean the mean old man in Harmony Alley? My parents were talking about him too. Does it make you wonder? I think you might go looking for him today. Don't do that, I heard he hides his face. Who knows what he'll do to you if he sees you. Oh, it's a different guy. What's up with Kichijoji? So, why is there so many messed up people in Kichijoji? I'm curious.
Right.
Exactly, Outsider. Outsider gets it. If the off chance is a bad guy, we should do something about it. For now, we'll check it out whenever we have time. Well, it's time for class.
How tragic.
But before I realized it, we were halfway through June. Oh, ain't that a mood? It is the only month of the year with no holidays, and it is filled with rain. Truly a season of hell. I guess in Japan it is, but over here, June is like, I know it is for where you guys live, but over here, June tends to be like one of the sunniest months. It's also like in the middle of summer. I'm exaggerating, you say? Ha! You're all just ignorant. After all, what's falling from the sky is acid rain that can melt metal. Resin, let's test your knowledge and imagination.
Give it a try.
When washing your hair with dissolved copper, your color changes. What color do you think it turns? Green, right?
This is it.
That is correct. Yeah, because oxidized copper turns green. Yo, what's up? How you doing, bro? Yo, how you doing, Killian? How you been? Care not for the consequences and be a womanizer. You know, wiser words have not been said in my presence. Also, I sent you a DM of what a hot pocket is. Okay, fine. Let's check my DMs. What the heck is a hot pocket? Oh, what is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, okay. I thought they were like, it was like an apple pie from McDonald's. Damn. Still breathing? That is better. That is indeed a benefit. Definitely ups your monetary value. You don't know what a hot pocket is? I don't think we have hot pockets in Ireland. Oh yeah, you're Germany, aren't you? Oh yeah, I need to DM you because I'm going to be in Germany. I'm coming to Germany at some point. Yeah. Jono, the person I'm visiting, said that you guys were in the mid-30s. Hot pocket something. Oh yes, I can try it when I'm in America. Let's go. I think where I'm going to be staying is like 40 minutes away from Cologne. I don't know how far away that is, though. By the way, the magnesium turns your hair white, and the rust will turn your hair red. However, acid rain can't melt gold or silver. If you want to dye your head gold, use bronze coins. Think you could save money by skipping a visit to the hair salon? Seems you still don't understand the horror of acid rain. Is that smart to say on stream? 40 minutes away from anywhere is like, good luck trying to find me. That's like, it's like how I still find it funny that May doesn't let you guys know what state she's in when her state is bigger than my country. Actually, no, most VTubers like, I can't tell you what state I'm in. Your state's, one state is bigger than my entire country. You know, I have a friend, it's freaking huge. It's like a person being like, I can't tell people I live in Texas. That was like, Texas is twice the size of Ireland. Stream's going good at Kome. We'll see what's happening when you're over. Yeah, of course. Have you been? I've been vibing. I've been relaxing, to be honest. It's my 2-year anniversary on Wednesday, so I'm doing my best to build as much hype for it as I can. Speaking of which, 2-year anniversary on Wednesday, chat. Be there, be square. We're going to be starting off with the release of my new song, my new cover. Give a little. Yeah, Ireland can fit in one of the Great Lakes. Exactly. Bro, heck yeah. Good afternoon, Kimberly. Congrats, thank you. That means that we've been full-time VTubing for over a year. Isn't that crazy? We've been full-time VTubers for over a year. We've been streaming in total for about 2 years. We're like halfway towards my goal. My goal is 4 years. 4 years streaming. I basically have 2 more years to try to make it big. Wish me luck, chat. And remember, share the stream, and more importantly, let me know if there's some awesome like-minded VTubers on YouTube, because I do like to unfortunately, as an indie, networking is basically the only way that I can network, unless I make short form content. But the problem with short form content is like my shorts, right? It's why I'm not super active with the shorts, because the shorts got me subscribers and they helped me hit certain milestones better. But I don't think I have a single long-term viewer who is here because of shorts. Does that make sense? Yo, what's up, Zena? How you doing? But yeah, chat. Hopefully Wednesday is going to be a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of what we could do on Wednesday, though. One of the things I was thinking was, so obviously, after party, we're going to talk about the making of the cover. That'll probably be about 30 minutes. We're going to do a little bit of karaoke after that. We're going to be looking back on the journey and stuff. Trying to figure out kind of what the highlights were, looking back over the games we managed to actually complete this year. After that, probably a short section on the future of the channel and stuff, and the directions we'll be going and things. And after that, probably some drop-in Zatsu. If anyone wants to pop in, if any of my friends, it's pretty short notice. I didn't really reach out to anybody because I don't want it to be you know what I mean. But if there's anyone in chat, I'll probably do some drop-in Zatsu. 2 points. What's 2.69? Should do more shorts. Subs aren't always the goal, but bigger base leaves room for party. Yeah. The problem is also I'm finding it really hard to find shorts, clips that I can actually use as shorts. Which is kind of really sad. I'm like, damn, because most of the time, most of the best parts of the stream are drawn out. You know what I mean? I feel like most of the humor on our channel is it's more of a long lead up and a punchline rather than just some bam, that happened, it's really funny, haha. You know what I mean? You an anniversary might celebrate any day. The Mahou Carsico. But you guys get what I mean? There's very few unless it's during collabs. But I feel I don't know. I feel maybe I need to be more clippable. Maybe. Wait, this guy, what do you mean is actually smart? What do you mean? What do you mean he's actually smart? That's just a backhanded comment. London once had acid rain on the level of stomach acid. More than 4,000. That's a lie, right? Right? Humor in here is better with context, exactly. So it makes it hard to make clips.
Oh, good. You haven't gone home yet.
Oh, what's up, Becky?
Nijima-san's looking for you. Could you head to the student council room right away?
Of course.
She says there's no report of a lost item, so she wants you to start filling out some paperwork.
Wait, what? Who's Nijima?
Makoto Nijima-san is the student council. Got it? Why am I running errands for a student? I know she's the principal's favorite or whatever.
Time to play only with drunk goggles for content? I know, right? It's
Nijima's the girl who keeps following you around, right? What could she want?
Okay, let's see. Alright, where is... 3rd floor, right? I was like, how do we... I was sitting there in front of the two, how do we know what floor we're on? I was like, soka. I know exactly where the council room is, because I go there to peep on Nijima every day. Alright, what's up, Bakolto? How's Halo 3 run? We didn't do it last week. Because it was a bit buggy.
Earlier than expected.
So we ended up playing a game called The Finals instead. So don't worry, you actually haven't missed it. Haven't missed a thing. But I will say the legendary mode on Halo 3 is so much more fun than the other games. Earlier than expected. What do you mean?
I'll get straight to the point. Mr. Kamoshida and Madarame. Won't you tell me the truth behind the Phantom Thieves incidents? Can't answer that? Oh, of course. There's no way you would admit to such things. Have a listen.
If someone else could help him, we wouldn't be doing stuff as the Phantom.
Oh, she did hear.
So you think it's true? We'll be okay if we keep doing this, right?
Welcome back, Kimberly.
What could all this mean?
We screwed up.
Was it blackmail? Hypnosis? How do you corner someone into making them confess? Won't you tell me how you...
Ask the culprits.
You want to say that
As
this
yeah, it's a
isn't
good thing we
really
never
anything,
speak.
don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
I believe that you three are the Phantom Thieves.
That's where you're wrong. There's actually 5 Phantom Thieves.
Now, what would the police think if they heard my recording?
They think we're
bad
very
if we're
good
put under
role
police
players.
surveillance.
That's what they think.
There's no telling what'll happen to you, too.
Oh,
If
wait,
you
yeah,
confess
I'm
the
on
truth,
watch.
I don't mind just leaving this between the two of us. You'll tell me, won't you?
Let me think about it.
I believe that time would just be wasted.
She's cornering us, chat. She's cornering us. Pee-pee.
Go ahead.
Hey, where you at? Taking a leak? Let's meet up at the usual spot to hold our Phantom Thieves meeting.
God damn it, Ryuji! Ryuji! No! Oh. Oh. God damn it.
That idiot!
Ryuji!
As loud as always. But his timing's perfect. I'd like everyone else to hear this as well. Won't you take me to your friends?
I guess
God damn it.
Can't be helped now.
God damn it, chat.
Oh,
Here?
Freaking
is that
Ryuji.
girl a friend of yours?
What the hell?
What's the meaning of this?
Yeah, can we get some red disappointed emojis in the chat for Ryuji?
I had him lead me here. Ryuji Sakamoto. On to Kamaki.
Oh, the way she pronounces those names. It gives me a freaking hernia, chat.
And you're Kitagawa-kun, correct?
Oh!
Sakura and former pupil of Madarame. I wanted to ask you all about this.
If someone else could help him,
The freaking Ryuji!
An extremely
Ugh.
similar technique was used for both Kamoshida and Madarame, while those affected by their acts were just coincidentally meeting up. How could that not raise suspicions?
Don't play it loud. I know, right? This is fine.
What do you intend to do?
This is fine. We're fine, chat.
Have you come just to say you're going to report us?
You're gonna tell your
I bet
gonna
someone
tell your
told you
your
to find
parents.
us. The school can't have ties to criminals after all.
Gonna be switching my RAM. Oh, but Akumi, you can just download more RAM. Downloadmoreram.com. The only place where you can download RAM straight from the cloud. You can choose between several plans, such as our 1 GB, 2 GB, and 4 GB packages. And you're not doing much to deflect suspicion. I mean, knowing on, she's kind of just going for the counteroffensive at this point. Do I really need more RAM? Okay, I'm scared. Chase, how much RAM is in your... How much RAM do you have in your PC, Chase? I am curious. Well then, I must send your 16 GBs back. Yeah, Kumi, you can download RAM for free. What the heck? Chase, y'all bit.
And yet they turn a blind eye when it comes to suicide and sexual harassment.
Well, those are 2 words that's gonna get me demonetized.
Those adults are just using you. I feel sorry for you.
I know.
So you're criminal. Oh, I know, right?
Huh?
That's why I would like to verify the justice you speak of.
She's on our side. Ooh, I really like how they draw eyes, chat. I just realized the way they draw eyes is really nice. So it's like, it's kind of like... I like that. I've been drawing eyes literally all day. It's quite an eye-opening job.
I'm the only one who knows about you. If you prove what you're doing is just, I'll erase
Yo,
this.
chat, she's awesome.
There is someone whose heart I'd like you to change.
Whose heart is it?
Who?
The principal?
So you're not saying it's impossible.
But don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
However, I cannot tell you that just yet. Let's continue our talk after school tomorrow. On the roof.
Yay, we get our old hideout back. Now we don't have to sit here loitering. Makoto, what do you mean by we're Phantom Thieves fan? Yeah, we're just a Phantom Thieves fan club. No, I don't think she'd believe that. Especially with Ryuji.
Accept my offer.
We also have the common tie with Yusuke being here.
It's just turning into a real pain.
You were careless. I don't think you truly understood how high the stakes were. Anything to say, Ryuji?
Why are you singling me out? An got recorded too, you know?
Yeah, but An is
I'm
cute.
so sorry.
That's the difference. The difference is that An is cute.
Hey, what should we do? That girl's got dirt on us.
A recording seems to be insufficient evidence, though. And even with that, there's no way they could prove our method.
Considering who we're dealing with, I think it might be a trap.
I think I can trust her.
Regardless,
I'm okay
this
with
guy
trusting
would
her,
be in real
chat.
trouble.
I think
He's on
she's
probation after all.
fine.
Things would get rough if we didn't have our leader. And I totally don't want to deal with the police.
I love how I'm their leader when I literally say like
We
5
have
sentences
no
an
other
episode.
choice but to go along with it.
Bring Makoto to the... Ryuji kind of hot. Okay, yeah, you were right. But no, see, his posture is bad. And that's negative points for me, from me. It's all about posture.
Yes, it's best we agree, at least for the time being. We made a crucial mistake, but not a critical one. We'll just have to recover from here on
For
out.
real, why is Morgana not our leader? Why am I the leader?
Yeah, my bad. So, we doing this?
It's our only choice.
All
Pause for the
Working on the
exactly.
school rooftop tomorrow, yeah?
What about me? I could always sneak in if necessary.
That'll draw too much attention. You should just wait outside, Yusuke.
Yeah, just oh my gosh, it's like
What could
it's like
she
the
be
little
stealing?
you know when you see people like dogs tied up in front of a store while the enemies while their owners kind of just go in and buy stuff. So Morgana's a cat. Oh yeah, you're right. No, but that'd be cool. It's like introducing our leader. It'll be really cliche. Phrase funny too. Thank you. I believe it because I'm the main character for real though. All right, I'm so effing pissed. Do we just got to do what she says? Concerning what has happened, it seems we have no other choice. I wonder whose heart the student council wants us to change. Don't matter to me. There might be a reason behind who she picks, right? Wonder who it is. I'm curious myself. She mentioned how she wants us to prove our justice, did she not? Yeah, she definitely did. Then there must be some reasoning behind her choice. Please contact me immediately if you find anything out. And don't go picking fights, okay? Do you understand, Ryuji? Why are you singling me out? I ain't dumb.
Hey!
I'm a shapeshifter at this masquerade, hiding both face and mind. Okay, let's see if there's someone who we can... Got someone in Shibuya. Is the school closed? School is probably closed. I need to go talk to the counselor at some point because he's got really good... Oh, Kichijoji. We can talk to someone in here. What's that beep?
I don't like all this for...
Oh, is that a Ryuji?
I was waiting.
Oh, special assignments?
Listen Listen up, inmate.
You'll select various locations that we suspect could be vital to your rehabilitation. You should recognize the place we mentioned and you are to escort us there. You want... Those ears of yours aren't just for decoration. These are special assignments for the sake of your rehabilitation. Work just as hard at them as you would the rest of your duties. Should you meet our expectations, we'll scrape together some sort of reward, so no snacking off. We ought to mention these special assignments will not be available indefinitely. To phrase it for your comprehension, you will have till the end of the year to complete them. You're also required to continue working towards your rehabilitation to earn these assignments. We're really going out of our way here. Don't tell us we never did anything special for you. Oh, that's so cute.
In that case,
That's so cute. We're gonna take
Very
them on little
well.
dates. First location we've chosen is one that's grown quite popular lately. Perpetrated off our foods that simulate the feeling of being in space. Food's apparently massive enough to rival the size of the universe itself. It resembles a mysterious spacecraft. This food exemplifies both the unknown and the vast nothings of space. It's sure to stimulate the heart. Does that description bring any locations to mind? If you know, well, then you're to escort us there immediately. Big Bang Burger in Shibuya. Let's go.
Oh. Guide me, inmate.
She's so cute. She's so cute. I'll choose her nyas. For real, though. For real, Chad. Oh, the BGM in this game. Well, this is indeed shaped like mysterious craft, but it's much smaller than I imagined. This meal, they boasted to be immense as the cosmos. I'm quite disappointed. Oh, we're taking them on like little outings. This is so cute. Look at their little shoes. Hey, inmate, you don't really expect some kind of reward out of this, do you? It's the Big Bang Challenge. So humanity intends to generate its own universe now, doesn't it?
You've got guts.
I've had enough of you smart. Know your place, inmates. Shut up, Caroline. Oh, so they can get that large. The Big Bang Challenge, what an intriguing concept. For the sake of your rehabilitation, you are to take for this challenge. Of course, you will take the largest they offer. Yeah, babe, that's what she said. Any objections, inmate? I'm not ranked high enough. Can we order a kid's meal? Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. I wonder if they can eat, though. Was she expecting to go in a spaceship somewhere to a burger galaxy? Apparently. Yeah, let's see them take the challenge. Yeah, did I overhear the challenge required advancements through a number of previous stages?
Quit spacing out.
Oh my lord.
Don't tell me.
So you're really doing this? Not only that, but you're our 10,000th customer. To show our appreciation, we're treating you with the highest tier of the Big Bang Challenge, the Cosmic Tower. Wow, lucky you. Well then, time to get this 30-minute Big Bang Challenge ready. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'll definitely pop. Would you care to try it? This is your rehabilitation, not ours.
That's right.
You'd only to observe you and don't forget. Oh my. I predict this challenge shall be truly difficult. Be that as may, you must finish the food tower in its entirety. Failing to join the Clean Plate Club is a grave offense.
Okay.
Do you think it's a good idea to add even more crimes to your record? Get to the rehabilitating inmates. Oh, I'm gonna die. Not a bad start, but you've only just begun. Already. Oh, I'm gonna die, chat. I'm gonna die.
Listen up.
Who said you could stop? No breaks. Work that, chat. I'm gonna die. Chat. Don't his eyes look rather dead to you? Perhaps he's glimpsing the vast emptiness of outer space. Hey, is he really alright? He's not about to keel over, is he? I don't think I can finish. He's about to pass out.
I suppose.
It appears he was truly too much for him now. Very well, let us pinch in.
Hey.
You're hopeless, inmate. You better be grateful we're bailing you out of this. This is so cute. Frasier or something like that. That sounds horrifying. That sounds horrifying. I don't think I could eat that much. I could probably eat half of it easily, but you have to say, you really held your own there. You almost didn't make it through, but we'll call this a success since your stomach didn't burst. I must say, though, I'm rather dissatisfied with this place's usage of the Moncler Big Bang Burger. They certainly craft a meal of impressive size, but when compared to what the Big Bang generated, it's not that grand in the least. Do humans have some sort of compulsions for exaggerating the size of things? Yo, Justine, you sound like you've got some past experiences here. Only in Ohio, Soka. Oh, have you guys seen the Made in Ohio final boss? He's my favorite. He's like, wait, let me show you guys my favorite short maker. Let me show you guys he's literally my favorite short maker. Okay, guys, you ready for some Zatsu? You ready for some tangents? You ready to tangle with some tangents? Ohio final boss. We'll watch his battle with Electric Man. Okay, chat, here we go. Here we go, chat. Ohio gozaimasu. Yup it. Alright, here we go, chat. Here we go. Where is he? Electric Man. Here it is. Okay, you guys ready to see this, chat? Let's get some fire in the chat for our boy.
Where are from? Okay, come on, face battle.
Ohio Man versus Electro Man. Moda. Made in Ohio. So that was round 1, and then round 2. Round 2, chat. Chat, can we get some bankai in the chat? For anyone here who watched Bleach. How many people here watch Bleach? Can we get some bankai? Middle in Ohio. I love him so much, chat. He's like 100% my favorite. Middle in Ohio. Okay, it's enough. That's enough. That's enough of that tangent. Middle in Ohio. Bankai. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get back to the game. I don't even know how that happened. I think someone mentioned Ohio, and it just reminded me of that boy. Good question. In fact, this challenge raises quite a few of them. You took the challenge for the sake of your rehabilitation. But who in their right mind would willingly consume so much food? Maybe I don't understand humanity at all. Saying, mate. Why are humans always testing and pushing the limits? It's because they are humans. That's oddly philosophical, but let's do it. How preposterous. The simple inmate speaks as if he is an expert on humanity. Hey, Justine, maybe we should take the challenge ourselves? I just had the very same thought. If we put a trust in ourselves in the ordeal, perhaps we would discover some answer. Oh, she can see them? Hey, person. How can I help you? We are taking the Big Bang Challenge. Well, there's a minimum age. Oh, could I interest you in our Little Bang meal instead? It comes in a toy! Do you want a cute little spaceship? A spaceship. The burger, fries, and juice for 500 yen. It'll be right up. It's too late now. Let's just settle for that today. I admit, I'm intrigued by the diminutive spaceship. I want to tell them, is no one gonna fill them in?
Well, we didn't experience any of the wonders of space, but at least the taste was passable.
Oh, Caroline.
You seemed much more excited by the toy than the taste anyway.
This is so cute. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Things or whatever they are, Justine. That wasn't food from this earth. It was clearly a...
This is so cute.
Of some sort. What? Is this true?
They are a delicacy.
I see. Well, they didn't taste bad. But seriously,
This is the
what are
cutest
they?
thing
I ate
ever.
all of mine, you know. Calm down, Caroline. We're getting off track.
Caroline, it's her name is.
Well, at any rate, we've determined that hamburgers are incapable of conveying the majesty of space.
This reminds me of
While
Hook.
the spaceship helped to soften the blow.
This is
there's
like
no
Hook and
denying the
Clara.
truth. Now we will formally acknowledge the completion of your task.
Thanks, Caroline.
Here is your reward.
Oh! That's actually pretty good. Whoa!
You better work just as hard next time. We know about all sorts of locations that would aid your rehabilitation. I'm still taken aback by the truth. Your world is absolutely full of these shop places. For a reasonable fee, nearly every desire can be fulfilled, all as if it were nothing. That does sound interesting. I believe it may merit further research.
All right, I guess we're going shopping with the twins.
Good work, inmate. Your final
Inmate.
task for the day is to escort us back to the Velvet Room.
We basically just took them out for a walk. We basically just took them for a walk, John. I mean, can we get them cute outfits? That would be amazing. It would. That was a fun field trip. I agree.
Hey,
Oh, hello. Going to school now? I'm just heading home. The morning sun's too bright. What about your job? Yeah, she's a reporter, isn't she? I pulled an all-nighter. Journalist Ichiko Ohio works around the clock, you know. Well, work hard on your studies. I'm a shapeshifter in this masquerade. Oh.
I was thinking you might not show.
Nah, I wouldn't leave you hanging, baby girl.
Whose heart do you want us to change?
Welcome to the 21st century, where supply and demand reign supreme along with capitalism for real, though. You need to take May out for a walk for a task. Someone needs to take May out for a walk. Like, let's face it, we need that girl, get that girl just joints moving. Did she tell you, Chad? Did she tell you in yesterday's stream? She managed to dislocate her shoulder while putting on a jumper the other day.
A mafia boss.
Wait, a mafia? Wait, what do you mean?
Mafia?
What are you talking about?
That's what they call themselves. This group seems to be the cause of the rise in phishing scams.
By the way, speaking of mafia bosses and phishing scams, in about an hour's time, perhaps 2 hours time, we'll be playing some Street Fighter. So stay tuned for that. We're about to... So fun fact, chat. Fun fact. I was showing May... So I forgot how good at Street Fighter I was. I thought I'd kind of forgotten everything. But so I decided to go on Cammy's story mission because I was a Cammy main. I was one of the top Cammys in Europe way back in the day. And basically, I was just showing. I was like, okay, let me show you the these abilities. So I was just kind of showing May the abilities and stuff. And then I just accidentally completed Cammy's entire story mission. Like I was just like, oh yeah, these are just some fun fights. No, it was her actual entire story. So I've completed Cammy's entire arcade story. Kind of one-shot it. So it turns out I've still somewhat got it. I've still somewhat got it.
What's worse, once you're in their sights, they won't stop threatening you until they get what they want.
Don't be bored, jerk. Oh, wait, master. Honestly, though, it's I really like the new controls. I really like the modern controls. Don't get me wrong, traditional controls are fine. Nothing wrong with traditional controls. But I've transitioned away from controller. And obviously, so after playing Street Fighter, I found Brawlhalla. In Brawlhalla, I played with keyboard only. So being able to use the modern controls for Street Fighter makes it a lot easier for me. Now,
they'll force you to take part in their scams, threaten your family, and ultimately destroy your life.
And how are you caught up with this?
Holy shit.
I know, right?
It appears that their victims include some of our students.
Oh, the principal told her to take it upon herself, didn't he?
No!
They primarily target juvenile.
What's their boss's name?
Nobody knows. The victims are being threatened not to testify. So even the police can't get a grasp of the situation.
That's where you want us to start?
You should be able to pull it off. If you're really the righteous Phantom Thieves. Or is Akechi-kun correct when he says you act without just...
Can't you say something witty back at her?
Something witty.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Their main hub of activity is in Shibuya.
Okay.
That's all the information I have.
Okay.
You have 2 weeks. Once that is passed, I'll submit all the evidence.
Oh, why
I
is there
have
always
to
a
the
time
police.
limit?
I hope you don't let me down.
She really had the upper hand in that exchange.
I mean, that was kind of on us. We kind of just sat there and took it.
Don't let me down. Damn it, she was just bossing us around.
Your mom is so dumb. You'll say something witty, be like, keep my wife's motherfucking name out your goddamn mouth.
Come on, we should get in touch with Yusuke.
The student council president from Chujin Academy?
That's her little sister.
Are you saying that Makoto was sticking her nose into this phantom thief business?
You never noticed?
Why would Makoto... Bringing up my sister to upset me, are you? It seems there's no limit to your duplicity.
Hey, look, believe what you want.
Fine. I'll listen to everything you have to say before I decide the truth of your statements.
Yo, she's in denial. Waifu in denial, for real, for real. So, me and your sister are dating. Is that...
I'm so mad.
The Mafia.
Makoto's
we
actually
really
really
do
cute,
this?
Either way, we have almost no information on our target. This guy's a crime boss, so I wouldn't be surprised if he had a palace.
Isn't this a prime opportunity?
You had to
for
move
us?
your laptop? Now you're fine, monkey. I mean, Luffy. Isn't this a prime opportunity for us?
How? We're in huge trouble.
Even after we punished an evil man who seemed to be good, the public did not acknowledge us.
Exactly.
However, if we take down an actual criminal, let alone a target the police don't have answers for.
Right. That might make people believe in us.
Okay.
I get it. That means even Akechi will have to acknowledge us as the Phantom Thieves.
Okay.
What do you say, leader?
The Mafia, huh?
Well, yeah, it'd be a pain if they came after you, but we don't have to deal with them directly. We just gotta do what we always do.
What if it's the politician, chat? The politician who originally, like, got us sued? Or got us, yeah, the guy who sued us.
Our time limit
Data
is 2
system
weeks,
maker go
correct?
yeah, for
We
real.
can't afford to waste too much time. I'll ask around Kosei and see if there are any victims.
Okay, I know some girls who go to Shibuya pretty often. I'll check with them about it.
All right.
Anna's
I'm
actually
gonna see what
such
I
a
can find on the
useful
net.
confidant.
That leaves our school up to you and Morgana. You figured out what to do during the whole Kamoshida thing, right?
Barely.
I'll back you up.
All right. Let's get back together at the end of the week once we've got all our info. I'll get in touch with you.
All right. Good luck. I want to find the counselor.
We're
Counselor.
meeting in front of the school tomorrow, right?
Could I have a moment?
Yo, what's up, Yusuke?
Well, I had a yearning to see the Sayuri, so if you're heading home...
Yeah, sure.
The Sayuri.
It's actually quite
It
nice.
seems to suit this cafe quite well.
It actually is very nice.
I'm
I would love
glad
to go
I
to a
chose
cafe
to
like
leave
that.
it here.
I would love to work in a cafe like that, like a nice quiet cafe, you know what I mean? Just kind of occasional customers, maybe like 20 customers a day. Treating them to nice specialty coffee. That seems like the dream. I've only ever worked in like very, very busy establishments. I feel like with these smaller businesses, you really need some like connections. You know what I mean? I don't like it by the door, but I'm also paranoid of thieves. I mean, yeah, to be honest, yeah. But I guess if a thief is already in the building, then it might as well. Like, if your goal is to display it, where else would you display it? Because if it's anywhere where people can see it, doesn't really matter where it is, I guess. Being a barista, I mean, I was a barista, right? I was a barista, but I worked in much busier places, very busy places. The place that I help occasionally on weekends now is busy, but it's well managed. The place I was before was not well managed at all. Like, we're talking one person to wait and serve on like 15 tables easily. Which is not... I mean, don't get me wrong. I was impeccable, but it kind of... It made things hard. Because basically the way you do it, chat, the way you juggle that many tables is you time everything perfectly. You have to have such good knowledge of how long food usually takes, how backed up is the kitchen, making sure all the customers are happy, prioritizing the grumpier ones that will leave quicker, taking your time with getting conversation going to tables where there's not much conversation, getting conversation started, asking them if they want drinks, using that as a buffer while you're waiting for the mains, knowing when to check on tables because you can't check on a table too many times. Basically, it's all a one big freaking management simulator, and it's insane. It's like, whoa. Japan, for some reason, has a lot of connections only so that somehow function by the patron. It's only a whole 3 customers. Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. Like, it looks really cool. But even then, you see like late night kind of bars and stuff. I think they're really cool. Now all those kitchen games make sense. It's very accurate, honestly. They're very accurate. What was it? There was one night where let me break it down for you. Watch this, chat. If we open paint.net here for you guys. Okay. Okay, time for another brief Zatsu. Brief. Okay. So check this, okay? Let's picture. So let me see if I can draw the table for you. So this is the way things are kind of meant to be run. So you've got like something like here is 1 table, 2 tables, 3 tables, and there's 1, 2 tables there. There was a divider in the middle. Big table here, big table here, 1 table, 2 tables, 3 tables, divider, sofa, table, big table up here, and the upstairs here was closed. Then you've got seats here. The seats will be represented by lines. If I can remember. Because this is over, like, this is several years ago now. Okay, so this was the rough setup, and then there was a bar here. But we had a barman here. There was seats at the bar and stuff. So those are usually, but we had a dedicated barman. So that was fine. Now watch this. So let's say, so what you're meant to have is 3 stations, right? 1 person is in charge of this area. 1 person is in charge of this area. And then 1 person in charge of the 2 big tables. That's the way it's meant to be. But because of the way the places ran, it was just me doing this. And the barman was here. Now, don't get me wrong. The barman did not have it easy because the barman was also in charge of pouring the drinks. So if I get drinks ordered here, I'd pass them to the barman. Barman would prepare them and I'd bring them down. So the barman was also busy. So they definitely did not get the easy job. And they also obviously had to deal with customers around here. So what I'd usually do is people would come in and I'd usually be in charge of seating them. So usually I'd try to fill these tables first. That way, they're closest to the kitchen. Kitchen was around here. So basically, you try to fill these tables first. Most people will only get 1 course. Towards the end of the day, they will tend to gravitate towards lots of courses. I tend to put the people that have lots of courses, I tend to put them up here in these top tables. Simply because it's easier to clean. Because every second counts when you're managing an entire restaurant. Basically, I'd have these guys here. I would seat them first. Then once they were full, I'd seat these guys up here. Basically, then at this point, let's say you seat this guy. Give them the menus. You give them time. You go up here. Seat the next guys. Give them menu. Give them time. Seat these guys. The reason I don't seat these ones yet is because these tables here are quite close to this table. If these tables are noisy, these guys will want their food faster and they'll want to get out of here. The goal is to try to make them relax. Now, having said that, you've also got a very similar thing. I noticed that if people are too isolated, they stay for too long and it kind of messes up my system. So having people in behind them is fine. People across from them tends to not be fine. That's what I noticed, at least in our restaurant. Now, while you're bringing people over, seat them down. These guys, give them menu. Ask if they want drinks. Now, what that does is that gives you a buffer time because you have about 5 minutes to give them drinks. That 5 minutes goes a long way because while you're seating these guys down, more people are arriving. More people are arriving, you're sitting them down. And now you start working on drinks once everyone sit down. So you do drinks on this table. That buys you another 5 minutes. Altogether, that's 10 minutes of time bought because you get drinks, boom, drop it at their table, take their starter order, boom, starting order sent over to the kitchen. Now you bought yourself another 5 minutes. You work your way down, making sure you're doing drinks orders, looking at the table, see how many people want starters, how many people want mains. Then like, okay, crap, this table is having 3 courses, this table is having 3 courses. Cool. You make sure you get all the starters set up, you start bringing them out while you're also now sitting down the third wave of people. Usually I'll sit some of them at the sofa and then try to fill these up with big reservations. Then finally we will seat people here. And at this point, you brought out most of the people's food. These guys are now eating their mains. These guys are now eating their mains. These guys should have their mains. These guys are on starter. Cool. Now what you do is while they're eating their mains, you check on each one. So these other ones, I'm now going to go take their drinks orders from all these guys. And while these guys are eating, drinks orders taken, take drinks down. No, don't take the drinks down yet. Now, I've got all their drinks orders, and they're up here on the table. I'm now going to go down to these tables, and I'm going to check on them. How's your meal? Is everything all right? Would you like anything else? Any more drinks or anything? These guys are fine. These guys want extra sauce. Cool. Go back, grab the sauce. That's fine. Now, I'm about halfway through. Go back and start working on the drinks orders. Okay, cool. Drinks order done. 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 Go back and check on the rest of the main. How is everything okay? Is everything okay? All this time I'm watching. Are you guys finished your starters? Okay, they're finished their starters. I call it out to the kitchen. Don't need to clear the tables yet. At this point, the other mains should be coming out. So now we're going to start banging out the main courses. You guys have your orders. You guys got your orders. You guys got your orders. Cool. Now at this point, you're heading back into the kitchen to collect the mains for these guys, because the mains will usually be ready. So these guys are going to start eating their mains, and now you're going to go around to each table, making sure everyone's okay, making sure everybody's happy, offering drinks, upselling as much as you can. And then in that time, these guys are now going to start finishing up. Now that they're finishing up, you're going to ask for dessert orders. Not all of them will want dessert orders. Usually the guys to the main courses and the starters are going to also want dessert. Not always. Desserts come out very quickly. So you're just upselling, you're making sure everyone's happy, making sure everyone's got drinks. All in all, you're keeping an overall positive personality, positive attitude. These guys look a bit grouchy, so you're kind of going to deal with them first. You kind of look at the people. Thankfully, these guys are a bunch of friends and they're talking and hanging out, so they don't need much attention yet. These guys are waiting for a flight. Cool, because it was an airport hotel. These guys up here now want a big dessert order. So before the dessert order, because these are big tables, ask them if they want any more drinks. Ask them if they want any more refills. Then at that point, you're going to head back. You're going to start bringing out the desserts. I usually call the barman to help me if he's not busy, to hand out desserts and stuff, because they're fast. You need to be fast, otherwise they start melting. And then at that point, everyone's happy. Just going around once again, checking, making sure everybody's cool, making sure everybody is nice and happy with their stuff. And then you go down, and then you collapse behind the bar. And then you cry because Ireland doesn't have a tipping culture. And you'd be lucky to get like 20 euros worth of tips that day. Yay! That's basically... It's a lot when you realize that it's meant to be the job of 3 people. It's a lot when you realize that it's not meant to be all done by 1 person. And like most well-maintained establishments will have either what are called stations, where everybody's in charge of about 5 tables each, like this. Or if you've got the really, really high fine dining places, people usually have 2 tables each. 2 tables each is usually if you've got full table service, like we're talking refilling drinks. We're talking about like full high dining, like you're breaking the napkin, putting it on their laps and stuff. Oh yeah, the place shut down. The place has since then shut down. You should have asked to be paid 3 times as much. I mean, to be fair, what do they not including tips? Don't American waiters get paid like $6 an hour? Like I was getting paid double that easy. And on nights where we did get tips, I was getting around triple that. So I can't really complain. I can't really complain because, you know, damn. I couldn't imagine doing all that for €6 an hour. Imagine doing all that for $6 an hour. It's so much to keep track of. I will say video games came in clutch. Video games very much came in clutch. I think it's less if they have the tip thing. That's insane. But yeah, no, I was getting paid like $12.50 an hour. It was fine. And I was now here's the big problem. I feel like I'm just ranting about my old job, which is very unprofessional of me, but hey, it's not like I'm going back into the hotel industry. Everyone universally understands that the hotel industry is tough, right? Once, right? Here's the crazy thing, right? So, there was one day where they called me in at 6 p.m. Right? 6 p.m. Which is the closing shift. So you work from 6 all the way up to around 11. Or not 11. I think it's like 2. So 6 to like 2 a.m. Usually like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So around 2 a.m., right? So 6 to 2. It's sometimes not even that. Okay, 2 is if there's a function. But it's meant to be an 8-hour shift. So what's 8 plus 6? 8 plus 6 is 13, which is like 1 a.m. Yeah, it's around 1 a.m. So 1 a.m. Then after that, I had to do a night shift, which went up until around 7 a.m. Which was, okay, that was fine. I was so lucky. Do you know why? Because that day, I had to fill in for someone. So I was actually in from 2 p.m. doing a lunch rush. So I went from 2 to 6 straight into 1 a.m. shift. And I got so lucky because my dad was the nighttime manager. And he let me take a nap. He let me take like a 2-hour nap here because it wasn't really busy at night. So thank goodness, because afterwards, they called me in again to do a morning shift all the way up until 2 p.m. I was there for 24 hours, chat. I was working for... I was there for 24 hours. Gosh. It's no wonder the place went under. If my dad wasn't working... If my dad wasn't working the nights, I would have done 24 hours straight. 24. And I was in college at the time. Oh, I'm so... That is what we call an illegal. Yeah, for real. Well, that's like how doctorships are. Yeah, but doctors get paid. Doctors get paid, buddy. It is. It is very against the law. It is very much so. But it was kind of a case of... How do I describe it? Technically, right? I've got air quotes. Technically, I volunteered. Because they were like, oh yeah, you can work. Can you take over this shift? Well, it's one of those things where it's like, you can't really say no. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, you would ask them, but you can't really say no. But it's technically a volunteer job. Whew, sorry, went on a rant. Yeah, voluntold. Yeah, you're voluntold. Yeah, because you'll get labeled. You'll get labeled as lazy. That's why. Because then you'll get labeled as like a bad worker and you won't get as many hours when you actually want them. Because then they'll be like, oh yeah, we tried to give you hours before, but you refused. And you can't really talk at that point. Whew. Okay, back to Persona. Rant over.
I fear I have found myself in quite a horrible mess.
Did you poo-poo in your pants again, Yusuke? What are you talking about, Yusuke?
To put it bluntly, I am in need of your assistance. Please, listen to what I must say.
Did you do an oopsie?
Throughout my artistic career, there have been moments I've struggled with particular motifs or techniques. However, each of those struggles did eventually fade.
You could just say 24 hours is too long till work. Oh, I could. But see, then it's like you're talking back to your superiors, which is just...
Yet now I find myself in a similar situation.
But now I choose my hours.
Escape it, the worse it becomes.
I mean, I arguably do more hours. But it's fun because I'm playing video games for a living. Don't just be a yes man. Ugh. Well, thankfully, the place also got shut down and the operations manager would let go because she was bullying the staff quite a bit. Like, we're talking in the levels of, like, she'd take things way too personal. She'd be like, oh, you know, like, if your father wasn't the manager, you would have been fired by now, kind of thing. Which was very much a not a good thing to say to people. And all the other staff were kind of wondering, like, what the heck? You're like our best worker. Like, why does she dislike you so much? But she was kind of like that with everyone as well. She'd kind of just be way too personal. And it was kind of like, yeah. Sounds like she was power tripping. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She got her just desserts. You know why? Because she applied to be the branch, not the branch manager, but like, she applied to be like one of the higher managers. And then they like, because everyone was egging her on to do it. It's like, oh, you should apply to be the general manager. And she's like, okay, I'm good to do it. And then they just gave it to someone else. So she kind of definitely got her just desserts. And then eventually she like left the company. So, hey, that's all good. And she literally walked up to me on her last day like, you'll be glad to know I am leaving. So she knew I didn't like her. She knew we didn't like each other.
It seems I am trapped in what we in the art world call a slump.
Do you know what I do when I'm in a slump like that? I watch anime. Whenever I'm down, whenever I'm sad, whenever I'm upset, whenever I feel like I'm not going anywhere or that I'm losing motivation, I watch anime. Because anime, I know it teaches you stuff. It teaches you morals. It teaches you different things about like pressing forward and continuing even when things get hard. For example, what's the big things that I'm right now watching Heavenly Delusions. Heavenly Delusions is so good. Shows about the hardships of the two and like finding out more, and then the ups and downs and like the human condition and such. And it's a very fun little show. You know, it's another one that's very good for motivation and stuff. And it's like when things get tough. Oshinoko. honestly great. I still need to watch more of it. I'm quite behind. But it's going pretty well. Very heavy topics, but things that get you thinking, you know? Vocaloid songs win in one. Though the theming might vary on mood and thoughts. I feel that. Yeah, music is definitely another one. For me, music is a very specific thing. I only really listen to music to get hyped up and excited and keep my mind active. Because for me, I need subtitles. It's one of the reasons why I've only watched anime. Because my attention span is too short. If there's no subtitles, I sort of zone out. Thankfully, I'm a lot better. But it did get to a point once where every time I'd read, or no, like let's say I was watching a show. Sometimes it got so bad that sometimes it happened with anime as well. But especially when watching dubbed anime, where I'll like blink and suddenly like 10 minutes has passed. And I'm like, what the heck? And I think I've skipped like, oh no, I missed like a minute. And then I go back and, but wait a minute, I didn't know this part and I did this part. And so it turns out I just dissociated for like a solid 10 minutes. When it felt like a second. And I was like, oh crap. So it's kind of why I can't really consume non-anime media unless I'm really awake. Like late at night especially. It needs to be anime. It needs to be something with subtitles. K-drama, anime. Something that can keep my attention. Because otherwise I just miss everything. Anime at times 2 speed. Feels like that's how it's meant to be watched. I feel that. Sometimes I do that. Teaches a lot about magical girl invocations. Yo, for real though. And watching anime at 2 times 2 speed sounds so based. That actually sounds so based. I should do that. There was a time I remember where I used to watch... let's say there was an anime that I just wanted to know the plot of, but wasn't super interested in. I think Attack on Titan Season 2 was one of those. Where I basically just skim through the entire episode and just keep skipping forward 10 seconds at a time and just figure out roughly what happens because I just didn't care. I just wanted to know what happened. Subtitles don't keep you awake. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Chase. I guess now I will say there are certain types of anime. Oh, by the way, we need to do our dubbed anime watch along at some point. But Trauma-kun? Yabe. Oh wait, I thought you just meant trauma in general. Is it an anime or is it a song? Or is it as an artist? Or are you just talking about general trauma? There is a type of anime that I will watch dub. The only problem is I never have the time. Back when I was living alone, so obviously I don't live alone anymore. So I'm just kind of, most of my time is spent in my garage. But I used to have, in the living room when I was living out during college, I would have like things like non biori. Or things like, what's another one? Yeah, non biori is the big one. With just cute girls, just doing cute things, and just having it in the background dub while I'm cooking or something. Because then I don't need to have it attention. It's just background noise. It's just cute background noise. You know what I mean? Not all slice of life anime, right? Because specifically just the chill ones, you know? Just the very, very, the ones where it actually doesn't matter if you're paying attention. You know what I mean? It's just cute girls doing cute things. If I wanted to something a little bit more thought-provoking, there was also that anime of... Do you know the anime of that witch girl who just went traveling around the world? And she was just and it was just about her travels. There was that one too. That anime was insane. It was just basically... I think that's one of the reasons I like Elden Ring. Very similar to Elden Ring. Where it's like, yes, you influence the plot, and yes, you do certain things, but at the same end of the day, everyone still kind of dies. Kino no tabi. Let me see. Let me... Chotto mate. What did it say? Kino no tabi. No, it wasn't this one. It wasn't this one. It was like... Which girl traveling around anime? It was... Here it is. The Wandering Witch. The Journey of Alania. That was the one. This anime. Let me show you guys. Boom. This one. It's got some pretty sad stories. It's like,
are you aware that I'm attending Kosei on an art scholarship?
Can I give you guys here? Let me tell you guys what I mean. So it's really sad. So it's all about this guy who wanted to catch happiness in a jar. To show this maid girl. She wanted to catch like happiness and freedom in a jar because he was in love with this maid girl. And the entire time, Elena is like trying to think of like, oh yeah, I remember this story. And then he's finally able to capture freedom in a jar, and he shows it to the maid girl that he's in love with, and he's this rich noble boy. And then he finally shows it to her, and then she kind of smiles like, yeah, I did it, thank you. And then as she's flying off, she's like, oh yes, I remembered. It's like a story about a guy who showed like freedom to a bird in a cage, and the bird in the cage ended up like taking its own life because that was a freedom that they could never attain. And it was really sad because you find out that she's not just a maid, she's actually their servant. And then you kind of leave, and and then the girl, it cuts back to the maid girl, and it shows that she's like really she's like kind of just lost all hope. It was really sad. It's really sad because I'm like, brother, why would you do this to the poor girl? But yeah, definitely one of the more thought-provoking anime. Would definitely watch it.
Such coveted grants are not given as charity. I must continually achieve within my field to remain eligible.
Yo, me when it comes to VTubing for real.
Were I to lose my scholarship, I would likely have no choice but to leave the school as well.
You know, if you think about it, VTubing is kind of like having a scholarship. If you think about it. Think about it. VTubing kind of do be like having a scholarship. Or just live streaming in general, or content creation in general.
In the earlier days of my career, I would exclusively paint what I desired when I desired it. The only goal I had in mind was the pursuit of pure beauty. That goal is what drove me.
I think you're just hung up on Takamaki. When you have big donos. Oh yeah, you're right, Chase. But even then, it's very much like you need to perform to a certain standard, and you need to show that you are constantly improving. In the same way that in a scholarship, you can't just stay at the same level. You're expected to keep on improving and keep on maintaining. You have to maintain a bare minimum while also showing general improvement. If you think about it.
I wanted nothing more than to attain the lustrous allure of the Sayuri in my own work.
Trolling is an art? Yo, did you guys know that there's an actual, I don't know if it's still there, but there was a meme making course in like Harvard. It was either Harvard or Oxford. I think it was Harvard or Cambridge. But there's an actual meme making course. More social pressure? I don't know, because there's like, yeah, memetics. Like, how many points do you need to... Oh, yeah, you guys, they don't have a point system over there. So over here in Ireland, you need points in order to get it. It's completely impersonal. Is that the word? It's all basically automated. We don't have a letter of recommendation. You are a number. The college is not allowed to know anything about you, only your grades. And each of your grades translates to points, and the top performing students who apply for the course get the college. It all goes back to me. It's for real. So basically, the way it worked was, you'd have a. So I scored 400 points out of a maximum of 525. No, 625? 625. So I was like very middle ground. I was a very middle ground student. So I scored 400 points. And I was out of 150. I was 149th. It's like GPA, but high school. It's like GPA, but in high school, right? But that's all you give them. Like, literally. Okay, we're whipping out the drawing tablet. Chat, thank you so much for funding this drawing tablet. I've been having so much fun with it. I've been, like, practicing on my art. I've been I've been practicing my art. I've been like generally having fun with it, you know? Like look, here's my if I can find it. Yeah, here's something I've just been I just did a little doodling earlier today. So I'm getting some practice with it. I'm getting a little bit of practice with it, little by little. I've just been having a bit of fun. But anyway, back to the task at hand. Let me show you how this works. How our thing works. Leaving cert grading. We'll have drawing streams in future. Maybe I want to do something cute. Like I want to draw you guys. I want to do. Do you know how Iku from Prison Project has the Ikumin? And like you guys know what they look like and stuff. Like I wanted to do something similar to you guys. Just something like it'd be really cute. Like a little mask. Like a little what do you call it? How do I describe it? Something like this with like a circle and then like a little cloak. Just something like this, and then just a little like, or maybe not like that. Maybe we'll make it look more like a robe. So it'd be something like this. Either that or something more like a uniform, and then this would be kind of be like a hood, and then each of you guys would have like if I were to draw each of you guys, for example, it would be something like I don't know, like Chase, give Chase like his signature glasses. And then like, let's say if we were drawing Axel, the entire joke would like, he would make him look like a giant salt shaker. We're like, you know what I mean? It'll be really, I think it'll be really, really cute. I think it'll be really cute. You know what I mean? And then like give Chase like a captain's pirate hat. For like Chase Kaicho. I know, it's something cute like that. I want to do, that's my dream someday. So I really do want to, I want to do that someday. So I am practicing. I'm trying to get better at art. I'm trying to get better at things. You know what I mean? Bro can just be like, we can just draw him like Bimbo. We just give him like the what do you call it? What do you call it? Like the hobo beard. With like the little beanie. Now he just looks like a pope. But you guys get what I mean. You get what I mean? Like one day we could do something like that. And then I can put everyone together in like a classroom. It would be a nice little members drawing stream. But I need to get back because I used to draw a lot when I was younger. But then obviously I fell out of it. But anyway, Back to the points. Allow me to explain how the points work. So, also apologies again for the amount of Zatsu. I know Persona keeps my brain chugging for a certain amount of time, and then suddenly it's just Zatsu. I apologize. I've also been watching a lot of non-streams, so once again, apologies. The Oshi be contagious. Chat, once again, you can tell exactly who I'm watching at any given time based on how much Zatsu I do on stream. If I'm Zatsuing a lot, you know that I've been catching a lot of non-streams. If my gameplay is looking exemplary, and if I'm super hyped for my games, I'm watching June. If I'm being really nice and say-so, and pure and encouraging, I'm watching Rita. Like, I am so heavily influenced by whoever I'm watching at any given time. I don't see any mold. I see there might not be mold, but I'm currently in the process of a 40-minute long Zatsu. I have the drawing tablet. Yeah, this is a Huion tablet. I think Chase recommended it. But so let me show you guys. So these are the grades. So we've got two little grades. We've got higher level for the smarty pants. And we got ordinary level for the normal folk. There's foundation level as well, but that's as an Asian child, I'm forbidden from talking about foundation level. Gome. Gome. But so this is the way our point system works. So let's say I want to do comp sci, right? Do you know, chat? I wish I could say that my handwriting is only messy because it's a drawing tablet. But if any of you guys have seen my letters, keep in mind, though, my handwriting in those letters is me trying to be as neat as possible. My handwriting is arguably better on the drawing tablet, so take that as you will. But let's say I want to do comp sci. And the point requirement is like 420 points. No cap, it was actually 420 points for when I did it. The 420 points that it says on the application page is not actually the requirement. Now, they say that it's the requirement, but it's not. It's merely the point of what you're supposed to look at is the top, is the how many seats, meaning how many people are allowed in the course. So in my case, it was 130 people. 130 seats, right? Not to be confused with streets. SD stands for seats. Just write slower. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so 420 is actually the points that the lowest member had the previous year. So if you ordered everybody from 1 all the way down to 130, right? So if you ordered everyone from 1 to 130, number 130 had 420 points, meaning that 129 probably had 430 points, etc. Maybe this guy had 520 points. All right? So 420 points merely refers to the previous year's lowest point. So the way you do it, what happens is then when you are applying for your college in Ireland, you fill in 2 columns. That is your level 8 column and your level 7 column. And so let's say you want to do comps. So you start filling in your top 5. I think it's 5. So comp sci would be the first one. And then let's say you want to do medicine would be your second choice. And then third choice, you want to do like, I don't know, archaeology. So archaeology. And for level 7, let's say you want to do engineering, arts, philosophy. Okay, right? So let's say, so what it does then is it's all automated. It takes your points, and like let's say you got a certain amount of points, and it orders everybody who applied to the top computer science. And then it rates them all from 1 to 130. And then it sends the top 130 people a success, like, you know, a congratulations thing. It's like, okay, yeah. So it lets the top 130 in, and everyone else gets given their second choice. Now, in the second choice, once again, people are ordered 1 to however many seats are available, then gives it to them, and then everyone who doesn't get it moves on to the third choice. Same with the level 7s. So then at the end, you get to choose between your top level 8 or your top level 7. So in my case, I got given computer science and engineering. Those are my 2 tops. So I managed to actually get the top, my 2 top recommendations, my 2 top courses. Lucky me. And basically, that is how college. There's no letter of recommendation. There's no nothing. It's all down to your points. And your points are basically how you get your points is your top. Your top 6 subjects. You can do as many subjects as you want, but your top 6 are put together to give you a total of 600. And if you do higher level maths, you get a bonus 25 points. That's a bonus for doing higher level maths, and it's great. And so, the subjects that I did in high school were English, Irish, maths, physics, biology, biology, English, Irish, maths, physics, biology, DCG, which is design, communication, graphics, which is 3D modeling, 3D rendering, design. Basically, that's what that is. Construction studies. And LCVP. Construction studies, how to build a house. Literally, it's how to build a house. LCVP is then entrepreneurship, starting your own business, life skills, applying for government grants. This is the best subject right here. Best subject. Teaches you how to write your resume. Teaches how to be employable. Teaches you about starting your own business. Very, very, very useful. This was all high school. So these were all the different subjects I did in high school. So what were my top 6? Not maths. Not physics. Those, nope. Not what we, nope. There's not. Biology, I got a H3. English, I got a H3. DCG, got a H3. So biology, English, biology, and DCG, I got 3 H3s. So I have 3 of those. I think LCVP is a different grading system. So I think I just got 70 points out of that. So if we do the maths here, 77 times 3. So 7 times 3 is 21. So if we go 21 plus 210, we get 231. Plus 70 from LCVP brings us up to 3. 301. As you can tell, I almost failed maths. By the way, maths is also what's called a fundamental subject. If you fail maths, you don't get into college. Maths is a minimum. Passing maths is a minimum requirement to enter any university in Ireland. Same with English. If you fail English or maths, you cannot go to university in Ireland. But yeah, so that's 301 total, and that was only 4 subjects. So then my last 2 subjects, I got like 50s. I got like H5s. So I think that was maths and construction studies. No, yeah, maths and construction studies. So for maths and construction studies, I got like 56. So I got like 400 and like something. No, it was less than that because I also got the extra 25 points from maths. So 325, that means that's another 75. 75 points, 2 subjects. So 2 subjects I basically failed. And basically that's how I got into computer science. Does that make sense? Did I confuse everybody more? Or do you guys kind of understand what happened? Like I'm looking at this diagram and I'm confused. Having said that, if any of you guys are wondering what my college notes look like, this is what they look like. I've learned more and understand, and yet you understand less. Soka. I guess you embody this meme. I feel like this is outsider. This is save image. Save image. This is outsider right now. I love this meme. This is one of my funniest memes. This is one of my favorite memes. American system is way easier. Yeah, the problem with the Americans is like I said, I like how anonymous it is. See over here, basically. Okay, yes, obviously you need to have certain subjects. So for example, I need to get a higher. I basically needed to get a good enough maths grade. But apart from that, that was the only requirements. I think being a doctor, you need a third language, or a second language, or third language. And so yeah, to do most medicine courses, You need 3 languages: English, Irish, and either German, French, Spanish, or whichever, Japanese if you were lucky enough to study that. Engineering, you need maths and physics. But apart from that, you can do whatever. Like, it's completely anonymous. So high school's only purpose is to give you life skills and to send you to college. And then when you go to college, you basically learn everything from scratch. So it's a lot less pressure. More or less. Oh, passing or failing wise. Oh yeah, here it's just like, well, you get a pass. So notice this. Watch this. So the way the grades are actually calculated, is like this. Is as follows. Here it is. So percentage-wise, this is the way our things are going. So a H1 is, or an O1. So if you're doing ordinary level, then yeah, sure, that's you get less points. See. So getting 100% ordinary level is the equivalent of getting 50% in higher level. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like, it kind of pushes people to strive to do higher level. Because getting 50%, like getting 100% in an exam is always going to be hard. Like 90 to 100% regardless of the difficulty of the exam, based on just standard human error, it is very hard to get 100%. You know what I mean? You need to be... like, if you're getting 100% in ordinary level, why aren't you doing higher level? That's basically the way that they've designed it. That's basically the way that they've designed the course. Which I'm very supportive of. But now, here's the thing. Here's another reason why they push you to do higher level. Is because 30% in higher level is a pass. Whereas... see, you get 37 points, which is equal to 70% in ordinary level. Whereas 30% to 39% in ordinary level is already a fail. So basically, you need to get 40% to pass ordinary level, whereas you only need to get 30% to pass higher level. And passing higher level is still equal to getting like a C in ordinary level. So once again, like, I'm very okay with that. Because it still gives people a chance that aren't inclined. So even if you're not good at a subject, you still have motivation to at least attempt it. So the only people that are doing ordinary level, but at the same time, it doesn't exclude people that physically cannot do it. Do you get me? Everybody who is built for higher level can do it. It's like, if you're able for higher level, you do higher level. There's no reason for you to do ordinary level if you can do higher level. You're only doing ordinary level if you really can't or don't want to do higher level. Yeah, good night, Lee. But yeah, let's get back to the game, shall we?
Yet, what reason do I have now? Holding on to my scholarship, keeping a roof.
Yeah, that's insane, outsider. That's insane. Yeah, I managed to scum my way into computer science by getting a H5. I got like 50%. 50% for my leaving cert in maths. And I was able to do computer science in the 3rd highest college in Ireland. Let that sink in for a little bit.
Worldly desires are all that spur my brush to move, and the resulting work reflects such impurity of mind.
Oh, Yusuke, poor bro.
To be honest, I am unsure as to whether I can even call myself an artist anymore.
Yo, man's having some midlife crisis things right here. You're so tough on yourself, bro.
My apologies. It seems I got somewhat carried away there.
You always do, Yusuke.
But
that's why we love you.
I simply cannot accept this lack of purpose in my work.
Yusuke is ashamed of only drawing waifus. Man, do not be ashamed. Let your passion flow, for we are your students, and we appreciate your work.
That is why I'm so upset with my own indecision. Such vague ambition is, in essence, a sin of sort. Though I suppose allowing my young career to come to an end here would be even more sinful.
Exactly, Yusuke, exactly.
I only wish to create a work I can be genuinely proud of. Just look at the Sayori. Her incandescent figure, alluring gaze.
He just wants...
is the meaning of pure beauty.
And if you wish to draw pure beauty, you need to draw Takamaki naked. I understand. I understand you, Yusuke. I understand your reasoning, and I support you.
Yet no matter how hard I try to replicate it, an elegance so sweet remains elusive. Why is that, you ask? It is surely because the painter behind the work differs. Because the soul differs. But if my estimations are correct, the soul is nothing but another way to speak of the human heart. What then is the heart?
This
How does it
man,
bring forth such beauty?
this man,
I must understand.
his thought process is as deep as a deep thing.
To be perfectly frank, though, I am unsure of how to do so. Would you be able to provide me assistance? You have already brought profound change to my world.
Aw, it changed his life, chat. As deep as a well of water. Nice comparison, Fray. You're welcome, outsider. I try. I am somewhat of a Shakespearean myself.
Hence, I believe you, of all people, may be able to bring me closer to the truth.
Maybe when I can give him a rain check here. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that heartless.
You would? Wonderful. At the moment, my art teacher has yet to notice any drastic changes in my work, but I cannot hide forever. Impurity of the heart will undoubtedly seep onto an artist's canvas eventually.
Content creators rise up. This is honestly most content creators have this general fear where it's like, yeah, my viewers are happy, but how long before they realize that do you know what I mean? It's like how long before. It's like when you're unsatisfied with the quality of your work. Like I'm back at a stage where I'm happy with the content that I'm putting out. But a lot of times, and don't get me wrong, I don't think it's unhealthy. I think it's always important to keep striving for something better. But there's always times just like, oh my gosh, why are there so many people watching me right now? This content sucks. These games are going a philosopher. True. Steam just notified my friends that my friends playing Wallpaper Engine. Yeah, it's weird how that. I mean, I guess you can kind of block it from notifying certain things. I feel like in human general, I understand that art is made beautiful. The love we have for it, feeling. Oh yeah, it's made beautiful through the love we have for its feeling and not its perfection. You know, that works. That works for content creation too. I appreciate that, outsider. I think you're right. I think maybe that's something I need to remember. So when it comes to content creation, the beauty of it and the content, the level of the content that we make is directly proportional to how much we love making the content. I think that's what Mako was trying to tell me on Saturday as well. That like, at the end of the day, you can be the best streamer ever and you can be putting out the best content and being the funniest and making sure there's no silence, making sure that you're engaging with your viewers, making sure that you're getting them hyped up and immersed in the game. But if you don't love the content that you're making, then it's kind of for nothing. I think that's another reason why I've been so happy with my content recently, because I've been playing games that I genuinely love and I've been hanging out with you guys and being able to share that passion with you guys, instead of like forcing myself just to play like trending games for the sake of trending or like playing too many games. Because I felt like there was a lot when I was playing a lot of games per week, a lot of different games. I was loving the games, but because I was playing so many games, my attention was divided, right? It'd be like, why am I playing Persona when, like, let's say I really enjoyed Mass Effect, that I want to play it again. And it's like, oh my gosh, I want to play Mass Effect again tomorrow, but I can't because I'm playing Persona. So then it will make me dislike Persona more. Whereas now that I'm kind of doing more, I'm doing like one or two games, but like more consistently throughout the week, I'm able to really fall in love with the game and immerse myself in it, like Elden Ring, Honkai, Persona, Street Fighter now as well, you know? Your brain went wacko for real though. But sometimes you can get caught up in the numbers and stuff, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can get caught up in that and just making sure, like, quality over passion is a definitely something you should try to avoid. Something I'm trying to avoid. But it's I know I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot over the last 2 years. And I'm still learning. And I hope I never see the day when I've learned everything there is to learn. You know what I mean?
I must go now. My curfew approaches.
And he's so dramatic. I must go now. My curfew approaches.
I look forward to speaking about this matter again.
Yeah, goodbye, Yusuke.
Rain, huh?
It always brings me down. For me, I've always wanted to write and draw, then display my work to express my passion for things, stories, characters, etc. to the extent yet I find myself struggling to make something I can deem good, or at the very least satisfactory. Do you know? I was very similar back when I used to do when I used to write stories, because I had all these amazing worlds and characters in my mind, but putting them on paper, something always felt off. But that's when I discovered different mediums of expressing those things. Specifically, when I made my anime roleplay school. When I started getting into Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop RPGs. I think it's all about finding the best medium. Another thing is, like, I always enjoyed making people smile and making people happy, but part of the party life always exhausted me. And I think that's kind of in a similar way that I was able to take everything that I loved and all the things I was passionate about when I'm having parties and lifting people up and lifting up the mood. And I was able to take that and apply it to a different medium, that medium being streaming. Same thing when it comes to, like, taking all my writing and applying it to Dungeons and Dragons. I think there's always many different ways. Like, sometimes trying to force your ideas and the things that you love onto a medium that requires a lot of things that you don't love, it can be a little bit exhausting. Like, for example, me, I used to do YouTube videos, right? I used to record videos and edit them, and I used to always hate editing. Like, there was times where I'd end up spending more time editing than I would spend recording the video. Like, recording a video for 30 minutes, I could be editing for the 30 minutes easily. If it was something that demanded a lot of chopping and changing and stuff. And so it was, I think I used to always wish that I could just record and then just put the content out there without having to edit them. Because by the end of it, by 2 years, like I was making YouTube videos for 2 years, daily, with like 5 videos a week. Like that's how long I was grinding and editing for. And then that's eventually why I quit YouTube. But now that I'm live streaming, it's everything that I love without everything I didn't love. If that makes sense. The pursuit of knowledge is never ending. Oh, 100%. And it should be. And that's the thing about knowledge. If knowledge was finite, it wouldn't be worth chasing. That's my opinion. The worst thing about understanding, learning, is knowing you can never know every inch of one topic, let alone what I love. Yeah. Yeah, for real. But like I said, it's that pursuit of knowledge. It's just knowing that there's always something bigger that always exhilarates me. I don't like being stagnant. I don't like feeling like I've learned everything that I can. I always like challenging myself and opening myself up to new things, right? I've looked at other mediums, not really sure if any are for me or if I'm even meant for it to begin with. Maybe I'm just meant to be the customer that consumes. I don't know. See, here's my opinion. If you're passionate about any topic, you are qualified to pursue it. My biggest tip for VTubers especially smaller ones. Like, when you're big enough and if you manage to carve out a niche, fair. But I see a lot of VTubers that spend like about a year or two and have less than, like, I've seen VTubers streaming for like years that have like 200 subs. And then I always ask them, I'm like, well, what VTubers do you watch? And they're like, I don't really watch VTubers. And I'm like, do you consume any content at all? And they're like, no, not really. And I was like, damn. Because I know, obviously, you don't have to watch VTubers, but you need to have some sort of content you consume, right? For example, May watches a lot of Germa. She watches a lot of Moist Critical. And that reflects in her content. I watch... It paste the list of VTubers that I watch. I also watch a lot of Abroad in Japan. I watch a lot of Sea Dog. I watch a lot of the Anime Man, right? I'm consuming that content because I like it, and I have the passion to create that and instill in others the enjoyment that I get from that content. And so I guess it's like the only limitation is time and responsibilities. Obviously, your responsibilities come first, especially if there are other people who rely on you. But if you have the time and if the passion is strong enough that you're willing to relinquish those responsibilities, an emphasis, do not neglect those responsibilities, but if you want to pursue your passion, be ready to relinquish them or at least hand them off to other people and then pursue your passions. And then once you do that, like look at me, I left my job. I left a job that was paying me on weekends like €21 an hour. You know? Like as much as I love you guys and as much as I know you guys are amazingly generous, I wouldn't dream of ever, at least unless I go carpo, making even close to that from VTubing. But I love what I do, and the passion is there, and I was able to relinquish a lot of my responsibilities onto other people. Like my little brother started working, both of them did, and so I didn't need to worry so much about fully supporting my parents, and I still do support them. Like I said, that's one of the big reasons I'm still living at home, so that I can at least use what I am making to support the family and to help them. And I am still fulfilling my responsibilities as the oldest sibling, but I am also in a place where I can pursue this full time, because all I wanted to do was to support my family, and I'm able to do that through VTubing. I'm not a huge traveler. I don't have a family of my own yet, and I don't plan to anytime soon. So as a result, I can pursue VTubing, and hopefully one day, if VTubing is able to take off, I can take more responsibility on, and then eventually maybe start a family and settle down. And that is the goal, and that would be great. But you know, it is what it is. The best people know what makes a good creator are the people who watch them, in all honesty. And that's why the boom has been so big the past few years. We grew up with the big dogs. Yeah, do you know, yeah, it makes sense, because back when we were younger, our parents were looking up to like big celebrities and stuff, all these people that were so unattainable and so out of our reach. And I think now our generation has realized that what we really want is, rather than wanting to be someone, what we really want is to relate to people, to relate to those around us. And I'm not saying, because things were different back then, right? Our generations are different. Each generation has its own worries and stuff. Over there, obviously relating to people wasn't as much of an issue, especially when you lived so close and the world was a lot smaller. But as we started to get to know one another, as the internet expanded our world like 10, 20-fold, it got to the point where there was so much around, so many different types of people, subcultures, that you either conformed to a certain way of thinking or you're left isolated. And sometimes you're still left isolated, even being part of those different ways of thinking and being. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like to keep this channel so neutral. Do you know, the only thing that I advocate is doing your best to make other people's days better. And I think that's just a very universal train of thought. It's a very universal thing to just nurture and foster. And I think just by doing that, and just by... Because at the end of the day, look, let's face it. You accept... Yes, you should keep an open mind and you should accept all the different ways of thinking, but... To fully feel like you're part of a community, you need to have some sort of common values and morals. You know, chat reflects the streamer is very true. How very wholesome. Fruit. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining Class Reps for another month. I want to be someone, but only because it makes cool things easier. Yeah, I feel that, Mr. Beast. But this is what the principal of my brother's school said. And it was really cool. It was this, like I said, this was his graduation ceremony. And the principal said, I remember his speech word for word. He said, I know you're expecting something wise words from the principal around this time. But I've never been one for speeches or talking. All I can say is, and I know that all your teachers that have taught you all these years will reflect this thought, will reflect this this train of thought. And we'll have the exact same things to say to you, but I genuinely wish for all of your success, but only if that success is coupled with happiness. Because everyone seems to have their own vision of what success is. And by all means, find what makes what you want in life and something you can deem to be successful. However, without happiness, that success will very quickly fall apart. So once again, all I'm going to say is I wish you all the best and I wish you all success, but only if that success is coupled with happiness. And I was like, damn. I was like, damn, bro. That's a speech. Like, holy crap, that's a speech. I wanted to go up and hug the man. Because, like, I feel like those are words that will resonate with a lot of people. And I genuinely hope that those words resonate with some of those students. Because I don't think enough people are saying that. Now get out of here. I'm also not one for goodbyes. You're for real. Hashtag I'm 14 and that's deep. Oh, man. And then my little brother ended up singing the closing ceremony and he got a standing ovation. He was singing Don't Stop Believing. I think I have a video. No, I don't have a video of it. It's on my mom's phone. Or no, it's on my sister's phone even. But yeah, no, it was really cool. And he, like, none of his classmates knew that he could sing. So it was a big surprise. None of the teachers did either. So he kind of went out in a blaze of glory. It's kind of what you want. But yeah. Let's get back to the game. So I checked online. The people all are talking about it. Now, in my expert opinion, Ida of class 2D is guilty. You mean Ida-kun from our class? Oh wait, start at the beginning. What's he guilty of? Supposedly you've been spending money left or right recently. Said it's because of some great part-time job he got. I see. That may very well be looking into. Right? Can you try asking him about it, An? I don't think he'd be cautious around a girl. Alright, Ryuji. Soka. In that case, I don't mind giving it a try. Although I've rarely talked to Ida-kun before. I'll be counting on you to back me up if something happens, Fray. Axel. Leave it to me. Thanks, that's a huge help. I'm hoping for some great things this time. From Takamaki-san. World class. Wonderful acting. Shut it. I hope this will get us even marginally closer to their so-called boss. I leave this Ida to you two, and I have high hopes for your acting as well, An. You're both missing the point.
Hey!
Is it true that Ida guy's guilty? Well, we'll need to dig up some dirt first thing in the morning. Okay. That's... Oh. Hello, customer. I would like to study. I was watching television, came across a discussion about the nature of justice. Have you ever given it a thought? What is justice to you? I think it's about helping people. I see. That's one way to look at it, but you only perceive what is on the very surface. The boy who was featured in that TV discussion was still in high school. Akechi was... Man, everyone's talking about him. He was well-spoken and skilled in the art of debate. I guess you could say he was a master debater. Almost as good as I was at that age. Wow. This guy's me. Work class wonderful accent, by which he means just flirt with him. I mean, as much as I love Takamaki, she's not good at flirting. She's not. But it's cute. Watching her try is cute. And sometimes, you know, here's my advice, chat. Sometimes it's cuter to just try your best. Like, I do know when it came to so when flirting with people back in the day, sometimes it's better to kind of do your best and just be a little bit of a goofball. But once again, it all depends on what everyone is. So like, let's say there's a girl who she's used to being hit on. She's kind of the popular girl. In that case, it is always better to just be genuine and be yourself. It's always better to be genuine and be yourself. But at that point in particular, you're going to stand out a lot. Just in general. Kaji's perception of justice is somewhat around Joker's level. I mean, they aren't that far apart in years. Yeah, I wonder how much older he is. Because we're like a second year, aren't we? Because we transferred in. Well, I'll be going home then. All right, I'm studying.
Now listen up.
What do you want to do?
Study.
Make sure you close up.
Yeah, there's a mask.
Wow.
Okay, we're gonna skip through this. Come on, rank up. Yeah!
All right.
We're smart. Let's go. We can now take on Big Bang Burger. This has been Flirting Tips with Fray. Thank you for listening to my TED Talks. Hey, I will give you guys flirting tips whenever you guys want. I'm a little bit good at it. In summation, it is universal yet socially... That's a lot of... I'm just gonna... What do we get? Oh, yay, knowledge. Heck yeah.
The rumors are pretty terrible.
Don't you think all the blackmail stuff is insane? I didn't think it had anything to do with me, but there's even victims in my class. Oh, I know all about that. These guys are supposed to be coming asking if you want an easy, high-paying job. But then if you say yes, you get dragged into some real shady stuff. The teacher student council press do something about it, though. People are really worried. Are you talking about the posting? I wonder if she was serious about it. I heard she knew about Kamoshida and the sexual harassment. She probably won't be too... Oops, my mic fell. Do you know what I think is about Persona that makes it also, like, makes me launch into such Zatsu? It's just times like this, the music is just zen, and it's just nice. I love this game. Yo, I love it too, Teach! Did you hear about the Persona 3 remake? That Ida guy's here. I'll try and ask him about it. Good luck. Gambarimasu. Leave to me. That level of motivation actually makes me a little nervous. In any case, let us know if you learn anything. What do you want? Yeah, for real though.
Nijima-kun, what is going on here? Apparently the damage done by this so-called mafia has even reached our student body.
Well...
I thought this absurdity was nothing but a joke. Not only are there victims, there are even rumors that some are involved with such crimes.
I mean, we tried to warn you.
I've even received inquiries from their guardians. Why is this happening?
Unfortunately, I do not have the answer to that.
This is the greatest disgrace in the history of this academy. If it were to be discussed, this is a vital issue for the student council. Did I not ask you
Oh my
to
gosh.
resolve it?
This guy's a dick.
I'm doing the best I can.
And I can trust you? You must do something about this at once.
Yo, you're asking her to take down a mafia ring. You're asking a student to take out a mafia ring.
You're the only one who is reliable around here. Don't let me down. From what I've heard, even the other students are starting to be dissatisfied. At this rate, you and I will both lose our roles at the...
I do. Please.
Oh my gosh, chat. This man, this dude.
Kids these days.
So I handed over the bill at the convenience store and they told me they don't take foreign currency. When I gave it to them, it was a bona fide Japanese banknote. Don't tell me young people these days don't know who Horobumi is. Who the heck is Horobumi? I shudder to think that these will be the only people, that these will be the people shouldering Japan's economy. I hope you know all your stuff. Here's the quiz to make sure. Hey, Fray. Yes. Between paper bills and coins, which one is issued by the government? What? Wouldn't it be both? Wait, coins are... Wait, bills aren't issued by the government? What? Principal, don't you think as the main head of the school, you should be doing something yourself? And actually step in and to help instead of just telling the students straight up. For real, though. Damn those rotten adults. Okay, maybe he'll explain it further, but we'll say coins.
Exactly.
That's right. Paper bills are printed by the... Oh. Oh, is that the same in every country or is that just in Japan? One second, I'm going to turn on my heating. This makes sense, chat. Originally, the government made both coins and paper money. However, with the ability to make as much money as they wanted, the economy fell into chaos. An independent organization, namely the Bank of Japan, has been tasked with printing paper money ever since. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool, chat.
Nice going.
Good to know. Okay, chat, and what we will do is we will end the stream on Friday after we go on a date with Becky. Keep that in mind. I know, right? I do not mean as in You're gonna back her up, right? Yeah, sure. Where is she? There she is.
The air is so muggy.
Oh my gosh, the air is like so muggy.
And so I really need... Can you tell me about this easy part-time job? I'm sure you know about...
Oh. Game?
it.
Oh my gosh, I thought it crashed for a second. That scared me.
You don't need my help. A girl like you could probably get a job anywhere, right?
Huh? Now that you mention it, yes.
Aboard did they appear? I think you would understand. For yeah, I've noticed a lot of them are actually to do with the thingies. Save just in case. That's oh yeah, I'll save. I can only save when I'm in certain locations though. That's the problem with this game.
So,
This is going south.
Oh, Francois!
Huh?
Huh? My cat Francois got run over by a car and also has an incurable illness. I need money.
That's not convincing. Is she talking?
If Francois were to die, I think I'd die too.
Oh, on.
Probably.
Come on, don't.
If you don't like it, then tell me about the. You know something.
Rumors? Was it Nishiyama?
Nishiyama?
Oh,
Hey, what was that about Nishiyama?
That's.
She actually got the momentum back. She's not acting anymore now, is she? Come on. Let's leave this guy to Lady On and go look for that.
Okay.
I'll just add this.
You know, I think that actually might just be a good place to end it for today because we're playing this game again tomorrow. We can take our time here because, like I said, we're gonna be playing this game for basically the rest of the week because we have another stream to go to. We're gonna be playing some Street Fighter, chat. But I will make sure I save and double sure I save because I don't want to Like, so, like, we died. Like, did we die? You guys said there was a game over at some point. I think that's what happened, and I just had to do everything again. But chat, thank you so much to everybody for coming to the first of 2 streams. That was Persona 5. I think I shall take my leave. No worries at all, Nara. We'll be playing again same time tomorrow. Remember, chat, I've got my 2-year anniversary coming up. That's going to be on Wednesday. So 2 days from now. 2 sleepies from now. But for now, it's time for us to go play some Street Fighter, chat. Give me like 5 minutes to get some foodies. But I will see you guys there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today. There was a lot of Zatsu. Sometimes I feel bad because I don't know like how many people like the Zatsu and how many people prefer the game. And maybe it's a mix of both. I guess it depends. Finding the balance is an important part of being a streamer. But for now, my name is Fray. I'm your Mahou Sensei. And I will see you guys in Street Fighter. Let me make the waiting room. And then go live. I also need a little bit of a toilet break, to be honest. If I were to be perfectly honest with you. The hunt for Cammy. Chat, if you guys like the kind of exploration aspect of Persona, you guys are gonna love the new Street Fighter game. It's not just fighting, there's genuine story, and it's really damn good. Which surprised me. I used to play Street Fighter, I used to be one of the top Cammy players in Europe. So I'm hoping that can somewhat apply to what do you call it? To this game. Street Fighter 6. But for now, my name is Fray. I'm your Mahou Sensei. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Fray Rizon raid when you get there, so I know that you guys are, so I know who stuck around. See you guys tomorrow, if you can't. And for everyone else, I'll see you guys in like 5 minutes. Special thanks to our top donators, special thanks to our top members, Chase Akumi, Chen, and Raziel. And special thanks to Metallic Fruit for upping his membership.